everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing a writing update. Wow, I almost forgot what I was doing because it's been so long since I've done one of these. That's because I've been on hiatus from writing since NaNoWriMo when I finished the first draft of my WIP. So from now on, we are going to be speaking in terms of drafts because now I have multiple, or at least I'm working on the second one. This week, something very cool happened, and that is the fact that I printed out my manuscript. This thing is huge. It's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be, but it is 246 pages, but I did print them front and back, so technically I guess like it's half of that. But 246 pages, and I've been going through and editing it and making notes in it, and that is just crazy, and today we're going to talk about that. So before I did all of this, I asked you guys on Instagram what your guys' tips were for editing, and the resounding result is always to print it out and read it through in a printed copy. So I started to do that, and that was crazy. I ran out of printer paper, is how crazy it was, and I quickly realized that wasn't going to work. Also, I tried to use my printer to print out my manuscript, and it only printed, it skipped every 10th page, basically. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and it always skipped like the 10th page, every 10th page, which was a problem, because, you know, I kind of need all the pages of my manuscript if I'm going to edit them. But I printed it out, I went to Staples and Target, and I got all kinds of pens and highlighters in all different colors. So far I've only used one color, but I was really overly excited about buying the pen. And since it was very clear that printing out my manuscript wasn't going to work from home, I Googled printing services, because there's, you know, like a FedEx office by my house and, you know, a bunch of other places and office stores. And I was like, where can I get my manuscript printed for the cheapest? And I found out that Staples prints them, binds them, and puts on covers for them. So I have a clear, translucent, plasticky cover on the front, and then this black cover on the back, which protects it. Plus it's all nice and bound, so I didn't have to go to the trouble of buying a binder. It was relatively affordable for me, and I get to write in it. This is so weird because I don't want to show you guys anything, but also I want to show you guys everything. Family tree on this page. I don't know if you guys can see that, because I also gave this to several people. I have a glossary on this page, a map on this page, because I gave this to several people and I wanted them to have context for what I was doing. But yeah, essentially, I don't know if any of this is going to show up on camera. Probably not. But essentially, I've been going through with a pink pen because red pens are ew. And I've been going through with a pink pen, and I've just been marking it up like crazy. Making spell checks, grammar checks, punctuation checks, doing all that kind of editing with a pink clicky pen, and, you know, rewriting some sentences, adding things in the margins, and making notes and all kinds of stuff. But I have used one other thing, and that is a blue highlighter. And blue highlighter, there's not much, but where there is blue highlighter, it really bothers me, because blue highlighter means that an entire section or whatever's highlighted needs to be rewritten, restructured, redone, just reimagined completely. So I don't like using the blue highlighter, but that's what it's there for. I only have two color codes for my editing process. I don't know if color coding is like a thing. Do people color code when they edit? But for me, pink is editing everything, and blue is get rid of this, rewrite it, do it all over again. It's all horrible. I haven't really watched a lot of AuthorTube videos or read a lot on editing. I kind of don't really know what I'm doing. But basically, what I think I'm doing is going through and criticizing all the choices I ever made when I wrote this draft. I've officially gotten through the first chapter. I've been working on it for like 2 days, and I have 20 chapters in total in my manuscript. I feel like I should probably know that number off the top of my head, but I don't. And chapter 1 was good. I feel really great about chapter 1. I feel like chapter 1 and I, you know, we really did something amazing. We created a world together. Chapter 1 and I are on great terms. Chapter 2 and I are not on such great terms, and that is mostly because I hate everything about chapter 2. But we're gonna work through that, and hopefully I'm going to be able to tell you guys how to work through that eventually in the future as well, how you can edit the chapter 2s in your WIP. Chapter 1 isn't the most quotable chapter. It is the cutest chapter in my opinion. It's my favorite chapter, but it definitely needs work. Another thing that I'm noticing I have a problem with when it comes to my WIP is pronouns, because my WIP has a lot of characters in it, and a lot of times they're all in the same room or the same area at the same time. So using like he, she, it can mean anyone in that room. It's not very specific. So I'm having to figure out ways to kind of clarify that without repeating people's names over and over and over again. I might just delete chapter 2 entirely. I don't know. Editing a book is hard. It's harder than writing a book, but I will say I like editing more so far because I don't have to write the book, so that's a good thing. I'm trying to think if I have any other updates to share with you guys, because I know that I wanted to make this video specifically for the purpose of, you know, talking about updates. I don't really have any other updates besides that. But I have had lots of fun going to Starbucks and getting coffee and taking my book with me out in public, because I can do that now. It's in a bookish form, and that's really cool. Highly recommend doing that if you feel like editing and you want your manuscript printed out and bound. Staples did a very nice job. It was very low key. The dude kind of looked at me weird and he was like, "What's the title of what you're picking up?" And I was like, "It's called Untitled. You may have heard of it. Untitled by the famous author Jenna Van Mourik." And he was like, "Oh, this giant 300-page thing. Right." And I was like, "Yes, that one is for me." And he kind of like looked at me and he was like, "Huh. Hi, you should come here. Thank you. People love where are you? There you are. People love seeing you in my videos. Say hello to the universe. It's been so long. Do you have anything you'd like to share with them? Any words of wisdom, advice, saliva?" You are so cute. Also, if you guys would like, you can go and check out my blog at www.jennavanmourik.com. I've actually completely revamped my entire author website and my entire just readerly, authorly website in general. So there are now several more tabs of information. There is a resources tab on there now. I updated my about page. I updated, you know, everything, but I think the part you'll find most fun is I updated my FAQs page. I added an FAQs page rather. And on my FAQs page now is the synopsis, or the working synopsis, for my untitled biblical fiction books. So if you want to know what this bad boy is all about, go over to my website. I already told you where it is. Check that out. Make sure you subscribe while you're there, because that really helps a author and a reader to know that, you know, people are subscribed, and it helps them as they go and pursue publication to have those numbers backing them. I'm more passionate about numbers than I ever was in high school algebra as an adult, so that's a little disturbing. They said I'd never use math, and here I am. Don't forget to go and find me on social media. All my links are going to be in the description below, but basically I'm at Jenna Van Mourik almost everywhere. If you haven't already grasped that already, my name is Jenna Van Mourik. I'm an inspired writer and an inspirational fiction reader who reads, writes, and lives for Jesus. You can find all my information in the description, like I said, and make sure you subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you want to see more content like this. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!